Hello guys, Nigel with you here. What is it, 8:15 on a Saturday evening, Saturday the 30th of January, nearly February already, 2020. Just a quick video following on from something I've seen go up today. So recently Jason from Model Kit Stuff has put his video up thanking his people. It reminded me of when I first started out, and he's sort of, amazing, 49 subscribers and everything, and it's, you sort of think back to those days. I can remember like being really excited, but I got 2 or 3 in a day. It's amazing, and then things just build up from there, don't they? So yeah, big thank you to all my PayPal and Patreon contributors. Very gratefully received the donations you make there. I'm sorry I haven't put a video out this month for the that dreadful kit, that VC10. I've had a little tinker with it and put it back in its box, filmed a tiny little bit. I'll try and get a decent length video up for you. The engines are killing me, to be honest, and I don't know what I'm going to do, because those intakes are just, I don't know. I could really do with someone to 3D print some intakes, but we'll see. So yeah, so that's basically that for the PayPal, Patreon people. Comments and stuff this month, thank you very much. A lot of positivity. The negative side of things seems to be going down a bit. One gentleman kindly complimented me and the fact that he couldn't stand my videos with an advert every 5 minutes, so he's not going to watch them anymore. I consciously make an effort to take the adverts out. I leave 1 or 2 in. I tend to sort of have one every 15 minutes. The reason is if I don't have them in there, then YouTube give me nothing. So it's not very much. It's not a living wage, I can assure you, but it's something in return for the work you do. And I know some people think that's wrong. Some people think I should get a lot more, and that's it. There's opinions all over the world that alter in that respect. So yeah, so if you do see one of my videos that's got the sort of advert every 3 minutes and it does your head in, then please just make a comment below, because it means I forgot. But I did it yesterday with Yorktown. I put my Yorktown review up, forgot to go in and take them all out, and I noticed there was a bloody advert on there every sort of 3 to 5 minutes, and I took most of them out and just left one every. I think there's 2 adverts now in the middle of the video. So and there were about 9. It's some of them is ridiculous. So yeah, I try and take them out. I've also had people commenting about Sprue-goo, the stuff I'm using on Titanic to go over all the seams and everything, and they're saying that they're having trouble with using it and it comes away and everything. When you use Sprue-goo, when you make Sprue-goo, use the sheet styrene. Don't use Sprue, unless it's something really hard like Hasegawa or the HK models plastic, which tend to be very hard. Then I make a Sprue-goo from that plastic, and then when you're sanding it, you're sanding similar hardness materials. The problem is with using Sprue is the plastic that your kit is made of is not necessarily pure styrene. We all know how plastics change. I mean, for instance, the Meng green stuff is horrible, yet the Meng tan coloured plastic is lovely. We all know that Hasegawa is very hard. We all know that Airfix is very soft. Revell tends to sort of be pretty good towards the soft side, but I quite like Revell plastic, to be honest. So we know that it changes, and there's different properties in the plastic. Their moulding machines, the size of their RAM, the temperatures they want to work out, the cooling they want to suffer with. As you know, thick sections of plastic will shrink when they're cooling. If you get a low melt temperature plastic, then you don't have those sort of problems. I've worked with injection molding, thermosets, and all sorts of materials, 180, 190 degrees, and the cooling time is crazy, and you're putting heaters in the mold tool and heating the mold tool to like 185 degrees for the plastic to cure. Some plastic moulding these days is done cold. The mold tool is actually cold. I've seen people moulding, I won't say what it was because I'm allowed to, but I saw them moulding these big clear covers, and there was a woman stood there on the machine, and it was a horizontal machine, and as it ejected it, she grabbed this cover. It was like a big bowl, and she put it down on the pile next to her. They were like large clear plastic bowls, so it was incredible. So yeah, and compared to the work I was doing, I remember I once touched my wrist. I've probably still got a scar there. Yes, I don't know if you can see it. There is a scar there. I literally touched my wrist on the corner of a mold tool and my skin stuck to it. That's how hot I'm used to working with. So yeah, there's my I do have some history with injection moulding plastics. So yeah, when you make a Sprue-goo, don't use sprue, use styrene, okay? And that way you can leave it a couple of hours and then you can sand it back. Don't put it on too thick because it takes forever to dry in the middle. Think of it as like a, like a sphere. The center will stay wet for days. Put it on thin and build it up, much like painting. You're better off putting on many thin layers than you are one thick one, and it will dry and then you can sand it back. And then when you do your final bit, like if you're doing a seam on an aircraft or something like that on a fuselage, then leave it as long as you can. I try and leave sort of 3, 4, 5 days if I can, and that way you know it's going to be okay. Like if you look at the B-52, which is right there, here it is, there's no shrinkage on that at all. So really pleased that that's come out. So there we go, so that's that bit. So yeah, I've mentioned Jason from Model Kit Stuff. Please go and give him a sub. At the moment, he's got 51 subs. He had 49 earlier when he put his video out. And I've come along from my other 2 channels and sub to him as well. So he's now got 51. Let's see if we can get it to 200 by the end of tomorrow. I reckon we can do it. Because I know you guys, if I mention a channel, you go and sub to him because you're good as gold like that. And thank you very much. I know that Steve from the Model Shed, he was really grateful to you guys because I mentioned to you the work he was doing, and believe me, he's doing some amazing work on that trumpeter hood with the Pontos set. Go take a look. He put part 17 up yesterday. Wow, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking I want to do this stuff and I don't know if I can. You know, the pom-pom director, I think it was called. Go and have a look. I don't know, he keeps the sound on because I'd be swearing my head off. So yeah, there's also Ben over at the Midwest Model Shop. He has just finished his beautiful 200 scale Missouri. Go and have a look at that. It's really nice. And he's put a picture up of where he's got it in his house. It's just inside the front door and it looks lovely. So go take a look at that. And then Ron Culvery from the Model Ship, the channel is called. Go have a look at what he's doing. He's nearly finished, and it's like Jason said in his video with Ron's channel, it's not so much all about modelling. You'll get the weather, what his youngsters are up to, the rabbits that come and eat the carrots, the bin men, the people across the road, the snow, the car, the local supermarket, COVID, all sorts of things. You'll get it all on there. There's also some really good camera stuff on there. I'm going to pick his brain soon when it comes to me getting a camera, so we'll go from there. I've also had quite a lot of comments asking me if this is now Nigel's Model Ship channel, and I've said no, it's not, because I'm working on the Bronco, which is, where is it? It's here. No, you can't see it. It's over there. But yeah, I'm working on that again. I've got another couple of videos ready to go out on that one, and as you know, I'm still working on the B-52. However, all the channels I've just mentioned are all model boat channels. So maybe my brain has been infatuated with ships, but I can assure you this is not a ship channel. If you're not into model boats and you're into your model aircraft, don't unsubscribe, don't go away. You might want to unnotify, whatever, but you know, I'm not just doing model ships, I can assure you. I do have a low, what's the word called? I can't stick with stuff for forever. I have to move on. So I want to pick the Hellcat back up now, which I put down about a year ago, I think. And I want to get that back on the bench, the 24 scale Hellcat, well, both of them, and get at least one of them done. Maybe do the British one first, because that's going to be an easy sort of out of the box build. So maybe I'll get back on that this week. But no, this isn't the Model Ship channel, I can assure you. One question on that. British F6F Hellcat. Okay, I've had this discussion before, and many have said that they would have had the American harnesses. I have found a picture of a Royal Navy F4U Corsair, and the pilot's just jumping out and he's got the harnesses out the side, and it is definitely a Sutton harness. Definitely. It's got the strap there with all the big holes in it. So it's definitely a Sutton harness. So I'm going to put a Sutton harness in my Hellcat, I think. Let me know what you think. Whatever else we're going to talk about. Oh, my hood funnels, HMS hood resin funnels with the Pontos fret number 5. I've had notification from Pontos that my frets are being sent this week. So if you do want, there's 5 left. So if you do want a fret number 5 and my resin conversion, or not the resin, the resin funnel, to save you having to remake all yours, then let me know. They're £25. That's the funnel and the photo etch fret set plus the postage, okay? And it will come to you beautifully boxed up. I won't sell the fret without the resin, obviously. I'll sell the resin without the frets, but obviously I'm going to give preference to people that want the resin for the frets, because I know there's probably more demand for the frets than there is the resin. So yeah, so there we go. And also just a quick update for you. I think I'm pretty much there with the Titanic. Here is the Titanic hull, and there you can see the stern. Okay, so I'll give you an end-on look at the stern. There you go. So that's how much that's changed. You can see there from the side, and then there from the bottom. Okay, and then on the bow, there's the bow there, and you can see it. Let's get the right way up for you actually. When you look straight along the bow, you can see now we've got this nice straight water line there, rather than it all tapering in. So I'm really pleased with that. A lot of people keep asking when I'm going to work on this this hose here. I will get round to it. I'm not quite sure yet what to do. Maybe you know, but the kit is horrible. And I've got an idea for what I'm going to do around the tops here as well. So around these top edges, but I can't do anything with that until everything is painted up and the bottom is all done, because once I've messed with these corners, these edges, I won't be able to stand it upside down again. So there we go, that's that. On the subject of sanding, because this hole's been sanded a lot, I have seen people on YouTube like this, okay, and they're coming along with their piece of sandpaper. Look at this, sanding away. Yeah, you're not going to get anywhere with that. What I use, you've got these big sticks. This is an Infini, okay? You've got the Infini zebra sticks, nice and big and flat. You can lay it on there, and when you sand, you know it's going to stay flat because you haven't got all the undulations. If you really want to get in there, I've mentioned this before, you've got these Mirka sanding blocks, okay? So this is basically a block with a, I said basically, there you go, with a 80 grit sanding strip on it, okay? You can get in there with that. If you really want to make sure the areas stay flat, there's a bigger version of it, okay, with the 80 grit on, so you can get in there with that. And if you really want to make sure it's flat, you can get in there with this thing, which is huge, and you can sand with that and make sure that you get a nice flat even surface. You don't want it all going like this as it goes up. You want it to be all blending. So if you are having a go at this, the one difficult part here is the transition from this area here into this area here. You end up with this kind of bulge, and I've been looking at some other models and I can't find a photograph that really shows it with the light and everything, but it does look like, because they've got this, it's coming along, the keel comes along and then it takes this sudden angled step upwards. It's a bit weird. Ships aren't normally like that, and there is a transition there, and I think it gives it that kind of bulged look even though it's not. So yeah, something to look out for, that one. But I think once it's plated and painted, no one's going to notice. And also you have to remember, when you're doing this, you're looking at it like that, okay? When you're doing the stern, you're looking at it like that. You're looking at it like this. Once the model's built, no one's ever going to pick it up and look at it upside down. They're always going to look at it like that. Okay, so that's all they're ever going to see. And if you want to, a lot of people say about looking at before and after, there are a lot of pictures of this hull from Trumpeter on that kind of angle. So you have a look at that and see what you think. Whoops, see what you think that looks like now compared to the kit. You can see there's a lot of cuts in here. So yeah, part 8 went out today. I'm basically putting out a part a day until I sort of catch up. So there we go, guys. Thanks very much for watching. As I say, get over to Jason's channel. The model, it's not called the model kit, it's called Model Kit Stuff. Go and have a look. He's got a few reviews on there. He's got a few builds going on, aircraft, ships. I'm not sure if he's doing anything else. He's done a good little few guides for beginners and stuff. Go take a look, have a look at what he's got on there. But just subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. You don't have to hit the notifications bell. But just go over there, subscribe, make his day. So I'll see you all soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.